Spaceman, you broke the intro. Hold on a sec. I know this still works. Somehow. Click. No. Shoot. Alright, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Hold on a second. Where is it at? Holding. Alright, hold on now. Go to Stinger screen. Hold on, here it is. I think we might have broke it. Hold on. Alright, you know what? The key commands just don't want to work tonight, so we'll just do it live. We'll do it manually. Sometimes things just don't work proper. Oh, could I get rid of this, please? Please and thank you. Hold on. Now we just got a big, we got a big visual in the way. Hold on. Get out of here. There we go. I think we can. Station. Zoom in. Wow, there he is. Hello, Space Cadets. It's your old pal, Vector Spaceman. We're back at it again, of course, coming to you live, straight from Harbor Station and broadcasting on all frequencies to our beautiful planet Earth. Now, whether you're watching us live or catching us after the show, don't you know, we're glad to have you on board. Thanks for helping us make outer space the place to be, you guys. Welcome back to the lobby of renowned VTubing wannabe Vector Spaceman's elegant orbital gas station on a sunny Tuesday afternoon in June. It's Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. What's good, Ghost? Thanks for sticking with us. Minor technical hiccup. I don't know why we couldn't get the stinger going off the top, off the rip. But you know what? It's fine. We stay pushing it. The show must go on. Happy June, everybody. Happy Pride Month to all of our wonderful LGBTQ cadets, to our space aces, and of course, to all those expressing themselves in myriad fashion, as numerous as the stars, and just as brilliant, bright, and shining. I'm Vector Spaceman, this is the Vector Spaceman Show, and if you're just tuning in for the first time tonight, welcome aboard. We're doing a little chit-chatting here tonight, maybe some gaming in a moment. Just so happy to be here and sharing the evening with you all. Yeah, excuse me. If you missed the last show... Oh, music's a little loud. Hold on, we can fix that. We can turn that down. We can turn that bad boy down. If you haven't been here in a minute, last week we tried out the new city building / deck building roguelike 9 Kings, recommended by friend of the show, Mego the Stego. And we had a mighty decent time, got a grip for how the mechanics work, and we might even return to it tonight to try to crank out some new cheevos, try out this Rat King strategy I've heard hyped up. All the while, of course, we're going to be chit-chatting with the Space Cadets. That's you! Hold on. That's you guys. And did you guys know that if you want to stay up to date with all of our broadcasts so that you never ever miss a show, then you know what to do. Be sure to follow Vector Spaceman on Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and of course, right here on Twitch. The commands don't even want to work tonight. Oh, we are all over the place. Maybe this will work. That one works. All right, fine. Go watch the shows. Go watch the skits and specials. That's what's important. All right, you guys. Let's tone that bad boy down. Where's my audio at? Where's my audio controls? Beautiful. It throws me off every time we forget to reset the intro stinger. and then we can't manually reset it while the intro screen's running. It's always a gamble if it's actually gonna fire off. How are you doing, Ghost? I hope you're having a fine Tuesday. Hope you're having a nice start to your summertime. Y'all got big plans this summer? I know Spaceman does. Big trips, big appearances. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm doing well too. Thank you. Thank you, Ghost. Doing mighty fine. Spaceman's new jorb. We're just settling into that. All of our training for our new position is pretty well done. It's nice. It's routine. It's expectant. We know what we're getting into every day. I like that. I've always liked that. Sort of knowing what to expect on a day-to-day basis, not getting jumped, not getting surprised by different things. You know, you clock in, you do your work, you clock out, you got time for your passion projects. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Stuff like this. Stuff like the station here. But no, it's been really good. We just sort of briefly talked about it and posted about it across the different social medias that we've recently taken a new position, a new professional job, and we're settling in quite nice. It's something that leverages our spacey skills. Probably not something we're gonna stick with forever, but it's a nice little change of pace for the moment. So we don't mind. And now that all the on-the-job training's done, and I'm sort of, established in my work, it means I got more time for our little side projects as well. There's a big one that I want to get done, or at least get a chunk done this week. Some of y'all might remember. You know what? Let me see if this is going to work here. We haven't used, because I got some images I want to show off. We haven't used the tablet in a hot minute. Hold on. Let me put on my tablet hands, and let's break out this bad boy. Tablet? Tablet, where are you? All of my hotkeys today. They're screwy. Oh, I know what the problem is. We're on the reset screen, not the station screen. Now it should work. Bam, there it is. Our big tablet. Okay, I gotta bob out of the way here. Let me select. There we go. We should be able to show off images again. Yes! See, we make all this cool stuff and then we hardly ever use it. But every once in a blue moon, we get the opportunity. Okay, so what do we want to show off here? Let me find the right images. Image. There we go. Browse. Find. Locate. We're searching. Okay, for context. Everybody knows, friend of the show, Galaxy Jamwich. Everybody knows Jam. Get a little bigger, Jammy. Everybody knows Jammy. One of our longtime collaborators, friends of the show, and a frequent guest star in the Spaceman skits and specials. Honestly, one of my favorite characters. Jammy's just so super cool. A great artist. A great performer. But Jammy doesn't stream as much these days, unfortunately. Those skits are so fun. It's the best thing we do, Ghost. It might be the best thing we've ever done or ever will do. But we don't want to sell ourselves short, right off the jump. We gotta hold out hope. We gotta hold out hope that we're still gonna be able to make something cool in the near or immediate future. You know what I mean? Anyways, this is Jammy. We all know Jammy. We've seen a skit or two, a special, and we understand what the Jamwich is all about. All right, but Jammy was the subject of our very first on-stream Blender experience, trying to make characters and what have you. And that ultimately led to, I'm just gonna switch images here. Oh, that screwed up everything, didn't it, behind the scenes? All right, rescale. That was a much bigger image. You know what, and this one is so stretched out. I think a tablet might have been a lost cause. Anyways, the Galaxy Jamwich 3D printed model bleeding across my tablet. Anyways, that's the 3D Jammy, held up by a toothpick right there, unfortunately. But anyways, this was the work in progress. Yesterday, on the way home from the Jorb, I finally picked up all the airbrush paints that we're gonna need in order to finally finish off the model. Give it a nice paint job, give it a nice glossy finish, and then we're finally gonna be able to release the files. We can let everybody have their own little Galaxy Jamwich to adorn their desk or dresser or kitchenette or wherever you want to put a sandwich. A Galaxy Jamwich, you guys. So anyways, I'm very excited about that because that was like one of the biggest projects that we've had over the past few months, and it really got put on the back burner because of me switching up Jorbs. So now that that's all sort of taken care of, we can get back to work on fun stuff like this. Thanks, Jammy. We'll put you away for a minute. Be your own. Swell. How do I zoop? There we go. We zoop back into place. Fantastique. And Jammy's sort of like the first stepping stone in terms of summertime projects that we've got. Because first we finish the Jamwich, then we can get back into the 3D modeling, work on the helmet. That's the next big one. Get the IRL Spaceman helmet. Then we get to work on the IRL Spaceman outfit, so that we can make some classier appearances at some of the local get-togethers. That'll be fun. And then, of course, back to working on new models, new skits, new specials. It's going to be a lot harder to coordinate stuff this year, but I'm still hoping we can make it work. Gotta have confidence, Space Cadets. You gotta have confidence. Let me take a drink real quick. Well, true. Too true, Ghost. Too true. Anyways, I hope you guys have all been having a fine start to your summer. Oh, I wanted to show off this too. All right, hold on. We gotta bring up the tablet again. Jammy, get out of here. Hold on. I gotta change image. Where'd my images go? There we go. There we go. Okay, tablet up, on screen. So this is something that I got in the mail today. It was a special package from other friends of the show, the Nova Swarm. I'm actually gonna do a shout out for the Nova Swarm in the chat, because I'm pretty sure Ellie is actually streaming right now, doing some Baldur's Gate. But Ellie sent us a little sticker package with a little illustration of the Spaceman. Isn't that cool? Isn't that rad? Isn't that neat? Isn't that swell? These were all the, I guess, sort of retiring designs. Because, of course, the Nova Swarm, being a trio of virtual streamers, have just recently done their rebrand from the Mech Pilot Trio to now they're doing the Fantasy Trio. So they had all this extra stock, so they're like, hey, we're gonna send some of this out to friends of the channel, and we got a nice little care package, you know? If you're not already following the Nova Swarm, make sure that you do. It's your duty as Space Cadets, you know? Support local independent VTubers. 2/3 Canadian, let's not forget. So we got the little Ellie stickers and cards, and we got some Lyra stuff and a lot of rig nonsense as well. Even a little pickle Ellie there as well. I really like this stuff. And it was super cute that Ellie made that little Spaceman drawing as well. It's been a minute since we've done, like, we used to do collaborative art streams with the Nova Swarm. We haven't done one of those in a minute. That would be great to do again. Dreams. Ambitions. We'll keep them close. Anywho, that was pretty cool. I got that in the mail today. I was super jazzed about it. Thought I'd show that off. And zoop, back to the center. Yeah, otherwise, what else have we got planned for this summer? Little trips. Probably going to be visiting our nation's capital. Oh, let me get rid of the tablet. There we go. Sometime this summer as well. If we're lucky, one of these days we'll get to bump into Tamani, you and Haster, who live out that way. Except we'd have to go into Quebec to get that to happen. I mean, it's right over the bridge, but you know, it's just yeah. But otherwise, I'm just super stoked for some of the events we got coming up this summer. The Fan Expo meetup's going to be great, and if we can get that helmet and outfit put together beforehand, where I can still sort of keep some anonymity, then we'll get to take a lot of cool photos with folks like Palm and Lori and what have you. It'll be great. It'll be good. It'll be fantastic. We'll make it happen. Time to go buy some tan pants and some belt loops. Gotta look the part. Wear a big puffy fur trim jacket in the dead of summer. Because I think that's early August. I was looking at some of the prices, like actual tickets to get into the event. Looking at like, you know, what's going on, what they offer there, you know, panels and folks to see and stuff like that. I think the only thing that stood out to me, because Fan Expo is such like a broad event in terms of what it covers. You get all sorts of stuff. You get like sci-fi stuff and fantasy stuff and horror stuff and comic books and video games and the whole gamut, right? But the one thing that stood out was Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor's going to be there this year at Fan Expo Toronto. Ewan McGregor, of course, of Obi-Wan Kenobi fame. And I was looking at some of the prices for his like meetups and stuff like that. Like $300 or something like that just to get something autographed. And I feel I'm not trying to, you know, put down his business or nothing like that, but I feel like if you've got Star Wars money, you know, maybe you don't have to jack up your prices so much. Not to say that there's not going to be a lot of dorks in that line waiting to get his scribblings on their lightsaber or whatever, right? You know it's going to happen. I remember being shocked that I had to pay like $5 or $10 to get Scott Ramsumayer's autograph like 20 years ago at Anime North. The guy used to shoot VG Cats. That was his webcomic. Let's not forget, Spaceman was a big webcomic guy back in the day. Big webcomic guy. That's probably the only, like, merch I've ever bought off of, like, online stores. Is, like, volumes of webcomics. That was something I always wanted to do. And we've kind of touched on the same essence. The same, how you say, not VG Cats, OMG. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Mixter Leech, how you doing? Welcome to the program. I'm Vector Spaceman. This is the Vector Spaceman Show. Welcome aboard. Yeah, man. VG Cats was the bomb. I'm talking VG Cats, talking about... What else was I reading at the time? Penny Arcade, Control-Alt-Delete. So many titles that I can only recall by appearance, like names that I can't recall as well. All the while I was like, you know, watching that old Flash Biz back in the day. Homestar Runner, talking about Super Flash Bros, Legendary Lilypad. What's his name? Aaron Hansen, Ego Raptor at the time. Those were the days, man. Blast from the past indeed. Alright, I gotta do a gratuitous knuckle crack. Hold on a second. Cover your ears. Ah, that's good stuff. Ah. But yeah, welcome to the program. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hope you're having a great start to your summer. Thanks for tuning in. We're just chit-chatting at the moment. Imagining, visualizing, fantasizing, planning, making big plans for the summer. Hopefully things go well. Oh, and once we exhaust that, probably do a little gaming tonight. Maybe do a little gaming? We'll see if we do a little gaming. Chit-chatting and making food. Ooh, what's on the menu tonight, Ghost? You know, I don't know if we've actually ever talked about this on air. But Spaceman doesn't eat a whole lot. So I really like hearing about other people's food. I'll eat probably like 3 meals a week. Spacing it out. Space. But, you know, spacing it out to sort of, it's like a intermittent fasting sort of thing. Keeps us, you know, nice and small. And when you're my size, you don't need a whole lot of food. You understand? Breaded chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce. Well, that sounds very good. That sounds very good, Ghost. You're gonna have to enjoy that on my behalf. Do your duty. And if you got any leftovers, you send them my way. We appreciate it. But on the plus side, because we don't eat so often, means we get to really go all out when we do. And when wintertime comes around, we just sort of forget the whole regimen. Just go for the snacks, the treats, the holiday dinners. It's unavoidable. So why even try to keep up the diet at that point, right? Will do, boss. Will do, boss. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. Oh. You know, I've talked before about how, despite being a streamer, in name only perhaps, and despite doing so many gaming streams, solo and collaborative and what have you, we really don't love gaming as a concept. Like, it always feels so like bottom of the barrel, you know what I mean? Just filling time, killing time sort of thing. So I appreciate when we get nice, long times where we get to just chit-chat and talk about stuff. Time to start bringing back some of the friends of the show to do the old talk shows like we used to. Shoot, do we still have that scene? Hold on. Let's go to, if we just snap to the podcast screen. I wonder what's going to happen. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Bam! Oh, shoot, we are here. Hold on. Can I move myself? No, I'm in the wrong position. Zoom in. Zoom in. We're over here. Hey, now I'm in the right position. All right, there we go. Hey, welcome to Chatting with Spaceman. We didn't expect to be doing this so much, but here we are. Swell. You know what? Some people might not have ever seen the whole station, so let's take a little tour. So here we are in the podcast room. Let's head back to the main station screen, and hold on a sec. Let's just We're going behind the desk. Here we are. Welcome to Harbor Station. What can we do for you today? What can we get for you today? Self-produced virtual streamer, Vector Spaceman, on location. And then, of course, when we do have gaming and stuff going on, hold on, let's head over here. We're going to the basement, the space basement. You know, life is really just a series of excellent hangouts in excellent basements. That's what I've always said. And that's what we try to replicate here on the show. We do our best. Anywho's. Spaceman, get out of here. Where did you go? Here we are. And zoop, back into position. Easy as that. Fun stuff. Alright. We've yammered for a moment. We've rambled for an instant. Not like a good basement hangout, that's what I'm saying. Mixter Leech knows. Some people, they just knows. Alright, let's see if we can't set something up here. Tonight, we were gonna keep trying Nine Kings. This was a game that a friend of the show, Mego the Stego, recommended to us. It's this little city builder slash deck builder, roguelike sort of diddly-do. In early access at the moment. Notable because it doesn't actually feature 9 kings, it's only got 7. I feel like I was ripped off a little bit. But you know what? We persevere, we struggle. We fight our way through. And it's got a whole host of cheevos, and you know I'm all about the cheevos, you guys. Ladies love cheevos, I've always said. So I might try to earn a few more of those. 9 kings. Yeah, that's right, because it's not. It's not 9. That's a quality German joke right there. Achtung, that's good humor. Alright, looks like we're set up. Let's, a friend of mine started playing 9 Kings. She's obsessed already. Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's Meg. That's Meg for us. She got into it, and that's all I've been seeing her play. So I was like, alright, we'll give it a shot, see what it's about. I like roguelikes. I like city building, you know what I mean? And it turned out to be a pretty kind of cool game. And it's not just like, I thought it was going to be like kind of like an auto battler sort of thing, which it kind of is, but you also get to click on stuff and, you know, isn't that what life's all about? Clicking on stuff. I think so. I think so. So, Space Cadets, we're going to put on our gaming hands here, and we're going to head on over to the big screen. All the while, of course, we're going to be chit-chatting with the Space Cadets. Thanks for joining us. Hey, put Spaceman on in the background, you know? Let us ease you into your Tuesday evening with that wonderful Spaceman voice. We'll be here playing a little bit. Probably not going to be a super long stream tonight, but we'll stick around for a bit, do our best, see what we can't get done. You know, just chilling. It's a Tuesday Spaceman show. Classic. Let's head on over to the big screen. Here we go. Bam! All right, you actually have to, you gotta set the source though, Spaceman. You gotta actually, there it is. Okay, swell. And we do a little cheeky audio switch. Super duper. Starting a new run. So I've been told that the way to be is whatever this guy's got going on. This fella that we haven't unlocked yet. And all of his rats. Rats is where it's at. Coming soon, coming soon. But since we don't have access to rats, let's keep going with this King of Spells, because we love wizards up in here. We were not pro wizard at the start of last stream, but we've come to adore them. So here's how the game works. We get to put down our citadel, our little home base, and we get to spawn units or upgrade existing units. It's random what we get in our hand. So we gotta kinda make the most things. We've got a year tracker along the top here, which is gonna tell us what to expect every turn. So we're in for a fight, a fight, a fight. A new policy, another fight. Some sort of special event, a fight. A peace negotiation, I'm not entirely sure what that means, and another fight. And we gotta make it to like year 33, I think, in order to quote unquote win. And then there's like an endless mode if we want to go for high scores, and we're all about those high scores. So first thing we're gonna do is splop some wizards down. Our wizards fight their wizards. We get to click on stuff. Easy peasy. Get points. Get loot. What do we want here? I'm thinking we take the static upgrade. So now we've got electric wizards. It's very minimalist graphics. Almost reminds me of the Lemmings games. Have you guys ever played those? Land Cakes, how are you doing? Haven't seen 9 Kings yet, but it looked real nice. Stick around, Lan. You're gonna see some expert wizardry up in this biz. Wizard King the Warmonger, apparently so much fight. We're all about that fight. We fight, 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 and we fight, fight, fight. Alright, I want a library. So that we can learn. Because every year we get a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment on one adjacent troop. And since our wizards already have an enchantment, that static effect, then we got a 50-50 chance of upgrading it. And it failed. It failed right out the gate. Okay. So maybe it wasn't that great. Or maybe, you know, it's just beginner's bad luck. This time, surely... Okay, so, now, because we were fighting the Demon King enemy, because we got 2 enemies right now. We got another wizard, I think, and the Demon King. We get to choose one of his loots to take. So what do we want here? Summon some demons. Unit attacks heal for 25% of damage. I like that. Or area damage, turret, and we gotta sacrifice units. I think we're gonna make some vampiric wizards. Alright, choose a royal decree. So this was that event that we had coming up. We can either, every time an enemy attacks my units, those enemies gain poison, or we can double the amount of healing rays of my spires. My what? Heal... That must be a unit that we don't have right yet, or we can go Leatherworks, double the movement speed of all your units. You know what? I don't mind the poison thorns. That sounds kind of cool. Alright, so now we're going to have 2 enchantments on our guys. We're going to have the static effect and the vampirism effect. So hopefully, our library will do its job and actually upgrade one of those. It failed again. Why would we ever... Alright, fine. Not to worry, because we've still got lightning bolts and we've still got wizards. And now I'm suddenly reminded of that video of those dudes LARPing from way back in the day. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Okay, we took on the Forest King, so we get to choose one of his upgrades. Clone the card of the selected plot. I like that. A boar that can be mounted. Or add 2% HP to adjacent troops. In the long run, that's probably the best. Let's take that. We're going to start beefing up our wizards. Those looks like some beefy demons. Not to worry though, we are mighty. We're going to struggle through this. Wizards, wizards, do your best. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Let's upgrade our citadel. A blessing. My lord, the prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. What are we gonna get? Baby boom. If you have a troop card on the target plot by the year of the prophecy, it doubles its number of units. Where's that gonna be? Up here. So we want to put a unit card up there when we get the chance. Right now, I'm thinking we're gonna upgrade our citadel. So now we can cast our AoE lightning a little quicker. And a little tougher. Oh my god, these guys suck! Get them, wizards. See, nothing to it. Our wizards are getting beefier. I'm gonna upgrade our library so that maybe the chance goes up. Oh! I couldn't tell if it actually worked that time. Meg was telling me that the library never works, and I'm starting to believe her. At first I thought it was just anti-wizard propaganda. Now I'm starting to believe. That was a hard-fought victory. A victoire, if you will. A victory, if you will. Ta. Alright, what do we got here? Cemetery. If an adjacent unit dies in battle, summon an imp. Unit explodes when killed. That's kind of metal. That's kind of awesome. Or a fast and aggressive troop with many small units. You know what? We need another unit. So, my lord, it is time to wage war against another king. Let's take on the King of Progress, because he's got rats and we want rats. Alright, we're imping up. Steady imping. Like, I feel like the fights, even though they give you a little something to do with, like, clicking and stuff, they're not as engaging as they could be. Rats! 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 We are the rats. Oh, apparently he was not dead. Okay. Do we just keep taking enchantments? I think we probably do. Let's put some combustion on our imps. Just blowing them up. Oh shoot! These guys got arrows? These guys got ranged sticks? Nothing to it, nothing to it. At 9 units, that's not bad. Summon a fighting spore every 9 seconds, and they accumulate every battle. I always go for stuff that, like, beefs up over time. For example, I'm going to take that forest again. And what else can we get? Spire. Heals your enemies that are closest to death during battle. That would be very useful. Or something that shoots arrows. That seems pretty lame. That seems kind of lame. You know what? We'll just keep our cash. Let's upgrade our forest. And I guess we can upgrade something else. So heck, let's put more static on our boys. We got 4 levels of static. Is that what he just told me? And 4 levels of vampirism? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Why did all my imps die? What the heck is going on? I turn away for 1 second. For 1 hot second. Whew. Good thing we didn't panic there. Good thing we didn't freak out. Ooh, bombers. Rush towards the enemy and explode. Don't mind if I do. And you know what? We're gonna put it next to the forest so that they stay getting tougher. Which I guess was kind of redundant now that I think about it, since they're just gonna explode anyways. I think I might have mistaken it for the one that, for the upgrade that beefs up their numbers. Live and learn, Spaceman. Live and learn. Click, click, clickety clacks. Why is it just all these guys versus one beefy wizard? Wizards are the only thing keeping me from annihilation right now, so I'm just gonna keep investing in wizards. Expansion mode. Okay, so we get to choose a new plot. I am going to choose something around the forest here because I feel like getting more units, beefing them up every turn, is probably what we want. Spores accumulate. Let's make some spores. Wait a minute, what do spores even do? Summon every 9 seconds. Okay. That, of course, presumes that this fight is going to even last 9 seconds. Why do they get so many demons? This isn't what we signed up for. Okay, I gotta figure out how to delete some stuff then. Alright, we'll take more vampirism. We'll jack up the rates of vampirism. Vampires and wizards go hand in hand, man. I've played World of Darkness. Oh, I think that's one of our spores. Awesome. Some starting to think these ranged guys can't do a whole lot if we're right up in their face. Right up in their business. Which is great for me, but at the same time, kinda lame. Kinda lame. Okay, level 3 forest. And we get a new royal decree. 2 cards after every battle. Double all enchantments of all my active troops. Don't mind if I do. That's gonna be it. So now we got 10 levels of electric, 12 levels of vampirism, and the imp's got 2 levels of combustion. That's fine. That's fine. The real thing, the real bonus, is the 10 and 12 levels of static and vampirism, respectively. Alright, level 3 forest. That's max level. So now my wizards are super jacked, and also sucking the life force out of anything that they touch. If they would actually attack. Wizards, I need you to do something, anything. My spores are kind of doing okay. What are these guys doing just not attacking? I don't understand the enemy. They perplex me. I'm perplexed, cadets. What could we do? We can go for level 3 wizards. It's very satisfying to see your units get super jacked. At the same time, I definitely don't think we're making it to the end of this run. We haven't gotten super lucky with upgrades. I think if anything, that library was not the right call. And yet somehow, we persist. Mr. Spaceman, why do you persist? Okay, what do we want to clone here? Or do we want to take an elf? Always attacks the most distant target. We could invest in elves. Alright, these guys get a significant boost. Awesome. I'm thinking we're gonna wait to place the elf here after I get another space around the forest. In the meantime, level 3 wizards with crazy upgrades. Now this is a battle fit for a mighty warrior. They got guns? Wait a minute, why do they have guns? That's OP, man. And we still cleaned house. Lab rat, here we go. We finally got the rats. Disposable melee troop levels up whenever adjacent plot levels up with no max level. Okay, gotcha. I need to expand, so we need to go a couple more years. Then we'll put down some rats right here. And then if we can get max rats, I think, oh no, hold on. We gotta level up the rat card. Which means leveling up stuff next to the rat card. So what's the best way to do that? We could start by putting rats here. Because we can then level up the citadel next turn. If we last that long. One problem at a time, Spaceman. One thing at a time. The targeting priority, I think, is what I don't understand. That's what locks some of these units out from actually doing anything, it seems like. Alright, now we're sweeping. Let's level up our citadel, which will level up our rats, which gives us more rats. We continue to level up stuff around the rats. And then we'll have max rats. And once we have, I think, level 99 rats, I think we get a cheevo. And that should be our, how you say, goal for the evening. You know what? I should probably change categories that we're in too. Once this fight's done. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's make sure everybody knows what's going on here. Summertime. Streaming with rats. And we'll change that to 9 kings. Done. Donezo. Alright. Snag some more rats. Yeah, I always forget to change. Anytime we start the stream off with something else, I always forget to change categories, man. Man. Important to... I want the rats to feel included, you know? They deserve it. They're a big part of this team, a big part of this crew. We gotta support them. Alright, let's level up here. So, level up rats, and anything we put down here that we level up is going to give us more rats. Max rats, man. Oh, geez, this is a big fight. Click, click, clickety-clacks. Don't let them get my wizards. How beefy are my wizards right now, though? They got level 14 vampirism. I don't know how these guys could possibly die. Level up my imps. If only my imps were over here. I got a sticky note to remember the category, just not up right now. That's a good tip. Like, I've got my handy dandy little scrap of paper that I use for writing down notes on stream too, but it's usually for stuff like somebody will make a karaoke request and I won't know the song. So it'll be like, alright, it's going on the list and we'll know it by the time we do the next one, right? A forest? Or... No, yes, a forest. We'll take the forest. We will double all enchantments yet again, which now gives us almost level 30 static and vampirism. Wild. I'm gonna put a forest right here. That's gonna jack up the HP of my rats. Because I want tough, beefy rats. I think we might have just accidentally stumbled onto a pro wizard build, which is just to consistently double their enchantments and somehow give them like a bajillion health. Like they got 39 health each. That seems pretty good. Alright, what do we want to do here? A defender. An overhaul. Destroy target plot to level up 2 random plots. Each use 1 more plot is leveled up. Do we risk it? Do we risk it for the proverbial biscuit? You know what's more of a risk? Doing a reroll. What's a converter? Turns enemies into rats. Concabulator. When this building reaches level 3, it levels up all your plots. Okay, worth. Let's get concabulated. Because if I level up all my plots, it means I level up all my rats. You gotta think in terms of rats. More rats always good. Yeah, we're in a rat-based economy right now. Fancy rats. Fancy living. Did you guys know that the Japanese word for fancy rat is a fanshi rato? You might not have known that. But that's just basic Japanese for you right there. This is an educational program after all. Destroy target plot, level up adjacent plots. Can I see my plots? I would love to see what I would have to destroy to level up other stuff. What would be worth destroying right now? The library, maybe. But that would level up my concabulator and my forest and my wizards, but they're already leveled up. So do we keep steady rocking with a 50% chance of increasing enchantments every turn? Or do we go for the sacrificial play? I'm thinking that might be exciting and interesting. My lord, our diplomats can now make peace with an enemy king. Not that we'd want to, but Okay, we're going to make peace with the King of Blood because I want to keep fighting the King of Nature so that I can get his cool upgrades. Our enemies. Okay, so that's going to level up Bomber, Concabulator, and this if we get rid of our Library. Tip's helmet, my lord. Yes, a little tip of the helmet. The old tip of the helmet to you. Alright, let's sacrifice this. Level up, level up, level up. Rats. Their lines are consistently looking kind of boss. So we're just going to have to stay steady clicking here. I think having these broom boys on the outside lines has definitely helped as well. Alright, on the flanks. Get rid of their sniper units, their little gunner men. Alright, do we just grab more rats? We can always use more rats. Turn enemies into rats. That's kind of cool. But I think our specific... For the cheevo we're going for, specifically we need these rats to be level... Let's double check. Let me just jump over to Steam here right now. Right quick. Rats, rats. Get a lab rat to level 99. So that's the cheevo we're going for. So right now our rats are level 8. No, wait. What does that mean? No, there's 8 rats, but the level is actually only 4. Shoot! So if we rat up, now we're level 5. So we got 94 levels of rats to go. Which means we have to construct some sort of rat engine. Some sort of Genesis machine. To manufacture our Uber rat. Thankfully, we seem to have stalled out the enemy line somehow. What's coming up next? We're going to need to go to the Merchant, another fight, another expansion. Let's re-roll. Give me something good. Destroy target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. That's these cards. Do we want to go for a library again? Maybe, just in case. Alright, here we are at the Merchant. Unit gains plus 1% damage. Add 9 units. First is always critical. Cancel first hit. Unit explodes. That's kind of cool, though. Kind of like the explode. Let's take that. Let's leave. Don't these guys have... No, they've got the other combustion. I'd kind of like to have exploding rats. So that's what we're going with. And we'll put a library there on the off chance that we can get some more upgrades. We make do. You know what though? Now I kind of do want to play Lemmings. If there's even a version of that game that would run on modern Windows. I'm sure somebody's found a workaround. Rat grenades, that's right. You just, you pull the tail, you toss them, grenade out. Yeah, lame, lame. Level up 2 random plots though. Great. Blow up my library that I wasn't even using. Now we've got level 6 rats. Only 93 to go. Whoa. Are you a big rat fan, Mixter Leech? You seem very into this rat business. Click, click, clickety clack. Not that anyone shouldn't be into this rat biz. This is the way to build a kingdom right here. All educated people agree. Grab another library. And we're expanding. Rats are inspiring, I get that. Rats are clever little critters. Rats are pretty boss. Alright, we're going to open up another adjacent rat space. We're going to plop down a library, which we're going to be able to improve next round to get more rats. We already got the cards for it. And we're going to give us the potential to get more explosive damage off of our rats, man. I like those videos of rats where they like grab their little bodies and they do that little wiggle. By golly, that's inspiring. Alright, level up my rats via adjacency. We're already on level 28. We made a lot further than I thought we were gonna. All thanks to exploding rats and really jacked wizards. Click, click, clickety-clack. I can't even tell what these enemy units are. I wish I was able to, A, zoom in a little bit, B, examine what the enemy units actually are. It is still early access, but you know, if the devs are ever watching the stream, I'm just saying, I've got choice words. All right, I don't want any of these. I want another library. That's what I want. Gunpowder, increase range of area attacks by 30%. That's not bad. We have gun wizards. Gun wizards. Pretty sure that's also a game. Double the amount of healing rays, which we're not using, or increase the attack speed of my towers by 50%. What if we re-rolled? Double crits, cash money, no thank you. Money, 10% of all enemies turn into frogs. That's pretty wizardry. Let's try that. Alright, how's my concabulator doing? Level up all my plots when that hits level 3, which it's about to. Bam, level up. Rats go up. What are our rats at right now? Level 8. Man. That's still 91 levels of rats to go. Something tells me this cheevo might be out of our reach until we actually get the King of Progress unlocked. Though to be fair, we've been doing a lot of upgrading, so maybe we'll get to that at some point tonight. Another lab rat, or do we want another concabulator? I think another lab rat. So we can just straight level up our lab rats. Bew, bew, bew. It's got good sound effects, though, I will say that. Like, what is this horde? Let me understand what these units are. I can't left click, I can't zoom, I can't do nothing. Though I suppose once you get used to playing as all the different kings, you get used to all of their different units, you'll be able to identify what everybody's is. Well, what if I'm new to this, man? Man. Alright, what do we want here? More wizards? No, we want an offering. And we're at the store. What do we want to get here? Assassin troops, those are kind of cool. 1 unit for every 15 gold you own. That's always nice. Reroll, what else can we get? We can level up our imps. What else we got? What else we got? Man. One more time. Man. Domo, how you doing? Big hoy hoy. Dab on it. Bam. Hope you're having a fine Tuesday evening in June. How are you doing today? Tonight? Wherever you may be. You're doing well? Well, that's what we love to hear. We love to hear the Space Cadets are staying well. Staying positive. Staying excellent. And staying tuned in. We're playing a little title called 9 Kings tonight. It's this little kind of civ builder, kind of deck builder kind of game where we're sending little pixelated units to die for their king. That's me. That's us. Unfortunately, we're not getting stellar rolls. But we're doing our best, trying to level up our rats here, so we can get a cheevo. Yes, yes, I think, you know, we are kind of kingly in a sense. You're right about that. We stay, you know, lofty and magnanimous out here. Meg! Oh, speak of the stego, you guys. Guess who just showed up with some friends? I wonder what Meg was just doing. As if I didn't know. Are ya winning, son? How you doing, Meg and friends? Big shout out to Mego. Stego? Fellow independent virtual streamer, longtime friend of the show, and the one who was recommending this game to us tonight. Got all cheevos today? How? I'm sorry, how? Like, this is... I'm out here doing my bestest. Better than all the restest. Trying to jack up my board. Look at this, I got thousands of imps. I got beefy wizards with like 30 stacks of vampirism and lightning. Lightning, Meg. And yet I still can't get my rats beyond, like, I got level 13 rats here. How am I supposed to get level 99 rats, Meg? You tell me. You tell me. No, I'm sure the key is to actually play as the King of Progress. We just haven't unlocked him yet. But we're doing our best. Do I gotta offer royalty boot camp? No. That would be too much for our kingly ego. No, we gotta figure this out. All it takes is math. Mego the gamer? Yo, Mego's such a big gamer though. I've even won a game with no units, only towers. See, that sounds kinda cool. Just let the enemy come to you. Run amok into your walls, into your towers, into your lightning bolts. There's a cheevo for that? Oh, well, shoot. Now we're gonna have to do it. Well, shucks. You guys who might have just tuned in, let me just say hello here. I'm Vector Spaceman. This is the Vector Spaceman Show. Welcome to Harbor Station, your one-stop shop for all things old school internet. We're pleased as punch to have you with us here tonight. I love that you're fully into Hot Wizard Summer, though. It's Hot Wizard Summer. All day, every day, through the month of June, July, and perhaps August. It's summertime, Spaceman. Up in this biz. Up in this joint. Ah, that was a strange mental tangent, but now that's reminding me, I gotta watch Do the Right Thing again this year. I got so many summertime traditions. All right, we're going back to the game. We're doing our best for Meg. If you guys gotta take care of yourselves, feel free. If you want to stick around, you know we appreciate you. Vector Spaceman can be found across all platforms. Blue Sky, YouTube, even that other one, the Tweetors. But apparently my shoutouts aren't working today, so you get the YouTube link. Definitely check that out. Am I on Nokia phones? Hold up. Let me see here. Ring ring. Ring ring. Oh, is that Vector Spaceman on his... Is that the... Oh shoot, no, that's the bee costume. I have so many dumb toggles. Where is my... Oh, there it is. There he is. On the Razor. On the old school, absolutely. On the flip phone. Stylish. Killing it. Keeping it. Take some little pictures. Play some Snake. You know, the way phones were meant to be. We got so many props that we make for like the skits and specials that we only use once or twice, but we still got it on the stream deck, so it's always right here at our fingertips. I'm gonna do a quick stretch. Hold on, bear with me. You know what? Let's all take a stretch. Everybody at home, wherever you are, across the galaxy, let's take a big stretch. There we go. Maybe even some gratuitous knuckle cracks. Here we go. Ah, that's good crackage. That's good cartilage right there. Ah, big ones. Big stretch. Absolutely. Hold on. You know what looks like a big stretch? It's this. Ah, the T-pose. Big T-pose, everybody. Everybody at home, T-pose. It's good for your body. It keeps you limber. Ah. Okay. That's odd. I see the SM command on your list. I wonder why it's not working. I know, right? Like, it's coming through when I type. It's just not, the chat bot isn't behaving. You hate to see it. Social meteors. Doesn't want to do it. But if we say YouTube, then it gives us the link. Should work like that. Like I said, there were so many technical problems at the top of the show. These things happen from time to time. It's understandable. Next time will be even better. And the Twitter one works too. Thank you, Ghost. And you know what? I don't think we have one for, how you say, the Blue Sky one, but maybe it's turned off. I don't see why it would be turned off. It's ridiculous. I'll look into it after the show. Just know that you can find Vector Spaceman pretty much anywhere at Vector_Spaceman. Easy to remember, because we just jump on the same username everywhere we go. Because somebody took Vector Spaceman without an underscore, so we had to make do. Alright, looks like we are into an ad break, so we're going to take a couple minutes and we'll be right back. I should have jumped on that ahead of time. Be right back from the ad break. And hey, if you didn't get caught in it, you get to chill with me for a couple minutes. That's a victory all on its own, I tell you what. Which means I get to take a little drink. Stay fluidated, stay hydrated, Space Cadets. If you're at home, don't forget to water yourself. Ah. Probably the next stream screen that we need is a little be right back. A little be right back so we can take a couple minutes. I manage bots for a bunch of people, so I was curious. I've always just had it as an automated thing. But I'm sure we could find a more elegant solution. Most definitely. We just got the easiest to implement solution. And 99% of the time, it works every time. And that's not a bad rate. You know? You know? Samesies? Yeah. It's just convenience, right? Like, we've done some really cool stuff in terms of implementing, like, custom interaction onto the show before, especially like when we did the user participation sections on some of the specials. So conceivably, yeah, we could probably figure our way around a custom alert chat bot sort of diddly-do, write something ourselves. We've got that conceptual knowledge there, but it's also really easy to just use something that somebody else has made. I've thought about streamer bot, but every time I go, nah. Yeah, I don't think about it enough, that's the problem. We mostly just do one stream a week. We know we're just here for the good times, for the fun times. Also, welcome back everybody who got stuck in that ad. I should have jumped on that sooner. Warned you that that was coming. You know how it be. We got to help Jeff Bezos get his money up so that he lets us keep streaming on his website. I hope you didn't get, targeted by some nasty ads. Or perhaps you just have the good wisdom to mute it. And now you're back, and we're all good, and we're here again, and we're friends, and we're swell. We're doing fine. Fellow Space Cadets, welcome back to the show. We're just talking about stream bots and why ours isn't working. You know what? Now that I got thinking about it, because I was just talking about the skits and specials and what have you. Usually tab out, that's exactly what I do, Domo. I'm watching somebody's stream, ads come up, all right, mute, go watch something else, check back in a couple minutes, see how things are going. If I miss a little bit, hey, that's fine. But I ain't about to, let my eyes glaze over and rest on some Uber Eats ad or some... Yeah, what are some of the common ones that I'm getting now? If I'm watching like Palm stream or the Nova Swarm stream or stuff like that, I used to get a lot of ads for like some sort of graphics card was being pushed on me. It's like, hey, I've got a pretty good one, son. I'm all set over here. We only built the Vector Space game station like a couple years ago, so we're still pretty up to date. No need to invest too heavily right now. You got the Turbo Ghost. Big brains. I feel like Turbo's kind of the way to be, right? Because you get no ads, and you don't have to, like, subscribe to everybody. So if you watch, like, 10 different streams, you don't want to subscribe to every single one. You just get that Turbo. I'm not trying to sell it. Far be it from me to, promote the monetization of what should be, the free internet. But all things considered, that's probably the best deal. Yo, what's up, Big Rig? Regal Mikado up in the stream, everybody. How you doing? 1/3 of the Nova Swarm up in here. Rig, I was actually top of the show. I was showing off. Here, I'll show it off again. Because some of y'all might not have gotten to see this. Let me pull up the tablet real quick. Chillin', we big chilling? That's what we love to see. Let me pull up the tablet. There it is, look! We just got a big care package from the Nova Swarm. It just came in the mail today. All sorts of stickers from the old mech trio, the mech pilot trio designs. So all sorts of merch that was being like phased out because, the models have changed. Nova Swarm just did a big rebrand. And we love the, the new fantasy aesthetic. This is true. But we also love the old space aesthetic as well. And look, Ellie drew a nice little Spaceman illustration. It was so sweet of her. And she wrote a very nice card. And I thought that was super cool. And super nice. So thanks, you guys. Thanks for being such good friends. Such great streamers. Such quality cast members. And we'll definitely be picking up some of the new design merch. Absolutely. That's something I found when I was at Anime North this year. Is that usually at shows and what have you, I'm not spending a whole lot of money. But this year I found I really enjoyed buying stuff from all of my friends at the show. Supporting the homies, as it were. Buying Alpine merch. Buying Pomato merch. Buying all sorts of fun stuff. So anytime that I get the chance to support fellow virtual independent streamers, I'm gonna. Anyways, Rig, you kind of caught us between ads at the moment. We were playing some Nine Kings tonight. What were you getting up to tonight, Rig? You having yourself a good Tuesday? You living out your dreams? You living out your summertime dreams, Rig? We're trying to make big rats, so that's what we're probably going to get back to in a moment. But I hope you're doing good. Thanks for tuning in. We love to see you. Always support the homies, Domo. All my homies support the homies. That's how you know they're homies. Big rats sound like fun? Big rats is the dream. Big rats is the ideation. Big rats is the fantasy that we're trying to materialize. realize within the world. Let me explain. Let me show you. Let me put my gaming hands back on. Let's head on over to the big screen, you guys. Let's show Rig some rats. Here we go. Boom! Here we are, back in Nine Kings. So the goal of the game is to build your little civilization with tiles that you unlock, with cards that you get randomly assigned, and to fight other little virtual pixelated fellers, you know? Pretty straightforward. It's an early access game. It's kind of nice. I feel like there's plenty of room for improvement, and I'm holding out hope that it's going to be improved by the time we get there. Card-based Civ is not a terrible way of looking at it, except I'm such a big Civ fan. Like, I'm sure I've talked about before, like I used to like make mods and stuff for Civ 6 as well. But I'm such a big Civ fan to the point where eventually I just abandoned the whole point of the game and just focused on making beautiful, elegant little cities. Forget Conquest, forget Space Race, just give me the best looking cities, especially with the district system that got implemented in later titles. I feel like I can't do the same thing in this game, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. So right now, we're kind of at a terrible position where we don't have anything good to invest in. I guess we could pop down some more spores. We've got jacked up wizards with like crazy bonuses. 29 stacks of like vampiric ability. We've got rats that explode, which we are trying to get to level 99, but right now they're sitting at a cool level 13. So kind of a long road to go, and I'm not even sure if we could feasibly get there without unlocking some of the other kings, as it were, the other civilizations, as it were. A big, beautiful city of rats, a ratopolis. This is the dream. Alright, I'm gonna take offering because I want to blow stuff up again. The King of Progress is leading his final assault. Alright, so we got to... We're basically on the final fight right now. So let's just invest in some elves. And then we say... F that library. And then we say... Unlock targets adjacent plot. Ooh, target cards return up to your hand. Up to... Wait. Unlock targets. How does this work? Hold on. I'm confused. How does this work? Unlock the target's adjacent plots. The target's cards return to your hand up to 3 copies. Alright, that's not what we want to do on rats then. But if we were to do it on the forest, we'd get more forests. And then we could play more forests and we could level up our rats. Right? Right? Does that make sense? Let's see if that's how it plays out. Unlock. Now we have forests. So we go forest, forest, forest. Clone that. Destroy target plot to level up 2 random plots. Forest. And then we say, F them elves. It levels up our forest because it was random, and now we have level 17 lab rats. Not terrible. And we're going to ditch that because I don't need it. And now we go to the big fight. Look at this dude. You can almost tell what that is. The champion of progress. Alright, so my rats are gonna kamikaze. That was not a bad upkeep phase, right? All things considered. My wizards are too legit to quit. Now they got us on the back foot here. But thankfully, I've got mushroom men on the flanks. Their champion is down. Now all we need are incredibly beefy wizards to take this to the hoop. I mean, pack it up, man. Pack this stuff up. We thrive. Alright, we are going to continue playing into endless mode. Bear in mind this is an experimental mode and glitches still may occur. So actually, Meg was telling us that eventually the game will just crash. if you keep playing like this. If you're good at playing like this. We're not going to play forever. We're just trying to get max rats. I'm talking rats on rats on rats. Stacks of rats. Stacking rats to the ceiling. Riding on 24-inch rats. We're working on improvements, and you can expect frequent updates. Deem it acceptable. It has been deemed. Hey, hey, upgrade time? Don't mind if I do. The chaos has increased. Chaos. Okay, that's a level 3 forest, that's a level 3 forest. Destroy target plot, level up 2 random plots. Levels up all my plots. Alright, let's contabulate right there. Next turn we will blow something up to level up other stuff. At a point I feel like the clicking becomes futile. So what are my rats at right now? We got level 17 rats that have 7 levels of explosion. They have no max level. I feel like we've invested well. Meg, if you're still with us, I hope you're proud. Summon a fighting spore. Summon a fighting boar. Or create some roots. Can be mounted by adjacent troops for each 1 HP it has. Increases rider stats by 1%. I don't know if that's good. I think there's a cheevo for having something with a boar. But honestly, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. Arc Flash, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Thanks for spinning them rats. We're all about rats here tonight. Palm would be proud, I'm sure. If she's streaming tonight, maybe we'll go see her after the show. I think we're going to grab some more mycelium. Time to wage war. Do we want to fight the King of Greed or the King of Blood? I think the King of Blood, because the King of Blood gives me stuff that lets me destroy my own plots, and the more plots I destroy, the more plots I can rebuild, and the more plots that I rebuild, the more rats I can get. She's still... Oh, that's right. She was saying she got sick from the con. For the blood, yes. Blood for the Blood King. And hey, I was at that con. Spaceman, just being so hearty and hale, didn't catch anything. I saw Fen too. I just lucky me. I dodged it. They were out there shaking too many hands, man. That's what happens. You gotta wear gloves like Spaceman. Alright, what do we want to destroy? Do we want to destroy our mycelium? Do we want to destroy our concabulator? I want more stuff around my rats. First hit, always critical. I feel like critical rats would be kind of cool. Or do I want critical wizards? Crit whiz? What do I want to destroy, man? I feel like I'm going to have to destroy a forest so I can start building junk next to it. So I destroy the forest, it's automatically going to level up my concabulator. Bam. That's a lot of demons. Crizzards. We got crizzards up in here. Why does that sound? It almost sounds like a bad word. But I'm not gonna examine it. Alright, let's get more carnage on my rats. We're gonna stick that there so we can level it up. Rats, how are you sitting right now? A cool level 21. Clickety clack. I feel like my mushroom men are doing all the heavy lifting right here. They're just peppering these guys. Destroy target plot, level up 2 random plots. We get a royal decree. I decree that we will... Oh, shoot, look at that. Wizards have 100 attack points, but only 1 HP. Poison effect is now applied twice. We already have 1 poison attack, or 1 poison effect. So... that'd be kind of cool. I'm very tempted to go glass staves, because we've got the forest right next to the wizards, which is supposed to buff their HP every turn. And I kind of want to see how those two effects interact. Even if it turns out to be terrible and we lose the run, I want to see how those interact. So now our wizards have 1 health. Like, what takes precedence here? Is the forest going to boost their HP still? Or is it going to stay as a static 1 health? What takes precedent? For science, Raid. It's absolutely right. Game science. Alright, our concabulator is useless now, so we're going to upgrade it, which is going to upgrade... Or sorry, we're going to destroy it, which is going to random up... words. Which is going to randomly level up 2 plots. But since the only plots that we have to be leveled up is the mycelium, it might trigger that twice, at which point our rats will get 2 more levels. So if the rats become level 23, we're going to know that that worked. Jesus! The rats became level 27. So I don't understand how this game works at all, but I'm here for it. Go Wizards! Okay, so I think I've only got 2 wizards left, so I'm pretty sure that glass staff thing was the wrong thing to do. Because now we are being overrun by these green men. These ill green men. And my mushrooms ain't doing nothing. Alright, so this is a bad spot to be in. If we get rushed like that 2 more times, we're going to be a dead and dusted civilization. Never to be remembered for the strength of our rats. Let's throw some elves at them. See what happens. You know what? I'm going to give precision to my wizards. My crit wizards. So now they've got crazy attack, and they're hitting for crits. The unfortunate thing is that the enemy just has a firing line. They've got infantry. Nobody told me they were gonna have wizards with guns, which reminds me of that one Bakshi film, Wizards, where the wizards had guns. No, they're gonna make it to our tower, man. Shoot, all right. We got 1 more shot at this. 1 shot, 1 opportunity. Mom's spaghetti all over this thing. Let's turn enemies into rats. What else can we do? I've got jacked rats, and it ain't doing me no good. Oh, they just wasted my wizards. It was all for naught. Oh, the space-manity. Desperate clicking does us no good. Salute to the once proud rat civilization. They got us, cadets, they got us. We made it to year 40. That might be a new high score for us. That took us an hour? Wow. How many plots did we level up? 56 plots. Let's see if that unlocked us anything. Nope, not yet. But we must be getting close. Level up 299 plots. That's a lot. What other cheevos could we go for? Spend a bunch of moolah. get a new king. Let me check the cheevos real quick. Cheevos. Get 99 units in a plot. Have one plot deal over 1 million damage. Buy 9 cards in a single run. That sounds like it's doable. Get 40 thieves in a single plot? Maybe. Save over 1,000 gold in a single run? Maybe. Get your base to level 9? How are you supposed to do that? One of the bases must level up beyond 3. Crossbow. Have a ballista mount a boar. Interesting. Tower defense. Win a run without using troops. You know what? Let's try that one. That was one that Meg was talking about. Let's try to win a run without using troops. So in order to maximize our tower defenses, let's be the king of nothing. We're going to get scout towers, we're going to get farms, we're going to get castles. We're going to get all sorts of fun stuff. Alright, take 2, you guys. The year is 530. These are our enemies. So remember, know how you say... Where's a good spot to actually put my castle, now that I think about it? Maybe right up front? Do they have to reach the castle in order to do damage to us, or do they have to just reach the center of my civ? Let's put the castle back here. I want something in the center that's gonna be able to affect adjacent stuff, so castle, you get out of the way. Alright, well, let's beef up the castle. Look at these mooks. We throw rocks at them. Splat. Come on, castle. Got him. Alright, we need some towers. We need something. A farm. Add 1 unit to 1 adjacent troop. Alright, not going to be useful. Let's get rid of our paladin. Let's... Oh, come on! I didn't think that was going to take up my whole turn. That must be a boar, now that I think about it. Is that what a boar looks like? In a pixely sense? Flatten. Splatten. Nope, 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 nope. Get back, get back, get back. Whew. Easy peasy. Clone the card of the selected plot. Or just grab a castle. Let's take clone, because I think we already have castle in our hand. It oinked like a boar. If there's one thing boars are known for, it's the oinking. It's the snorting. It's hanging out with meerkats. Alright, we got a max level castle. And yet, we're still very defenseless. Because we got nothing else going on. We gotta make some rerolls here. Bam. Oinking and wanton destruction. Man, I wish I could wanton destruct every now and then. Okay, here we go. Blacksmith. Every year add +2 attack damage to adjacent troops and constructions. That's what's important. Why did my mouse die? Hold on. There we go. Because if we can build up stuff around a blacksmith, increase the attack speed of my towers by 50%. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is gaming. This is gaming, Space Cadets. So, blacksmith right in the center. It's not going to affect anything yet because we have basically bingo buildings. But if we can survive this wave of wizards, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to build up some solid defense. Some defense. That's good defense right there. Chucking rocks. Crush those nerds. F the wizards. This is what I've always said. Duplicate enchantments on adjacent troops. I don't want it. Don't want none of it. Units attacks trigger a lightning chain. Can we apply that to a building? We're gonna find out. No. So it's basically useless. Give me some cash money for it. See, the thing is, if we don't make good rerolls, then this whole thing is basically a wash. Click, 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 click. Get wrecked, man. Get wrecked. Get off my lawn, my virtual pixely lawn. Oh, one more, one more. Don't you dare. Oh, son of a gun. And now it's a TD game. Yeah, now it's tower defense, but I got no towers. That's the thing. I can't have archers. I can't have farms. Can't have none of this. Level up target plots. I need scout tower. That's what I need. I need towers, man. My lord, the prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. What's the blessing? If you have a troop card on the target plot. Okay, but we're not using troop cards because we're chasing cheevos. So what is the point, man? All right, scout tower. Build it up. That gives me +2 damage. Now we're thinking. Now we're building with stones and rocks and chutzpah. You know what? I don't think we've ever played a tower defense game. I've seen people play like balloons and stuff like that. We've never actually played one. That's a genre that is just completely like bypassed me. Never played like Plants v Zombies or anything like that. Just as a type of game, just completely slipped me by. Units attacks do poison. New. I don't think there's anything. What does this little eye icon do? Oh, it lets me see the field. That's good to know. All right, well, give me a boar. And at the very least, we can trash a boar. But I think what's more important is that we clone our blacksmith so that we can upgrade our blacksmith so that we get more damage on our tower. Dwarf is a fun one. I've never heard of dwarf. But if there's one thing I know, it's that Big Rig's got good suggestions and good taste. It's a tower defense RPG. Ah, so we mix it up a little bit. Maybe that's what we need to get interested. All right, we could level up target plot, any target plot, or we could level up the scout tower. I think we're not going to level up the scout tower. We're going to make a second scout tower. And that scout tower is also going to get boosted. We're also going to fight the King of Greed. Because I think King of Greed's at least got some cards that we can like pay to upgrade our stuff. So instead of upgrading our scout tower, we're making a second scout tower. And now both of those scout towers are getting boosted. They're also shooting hella arrows. Look at them go. Get flattened, get wrecked, get shreked. Somebody please shoot that one, that one, that one, that one. Ooh, good thing we didn't freak out there. Oh, we love some dungeon crawl elements. Every year adds +2% attack speed to adjacent troops and constructions. That's what we'd like to see. Oh, we love pixel art. Get out of town. All right, sold. Rig coming in here trying to be a salesman. All right, so if we pop a beacon right here, then guess what? Every year, we'll get an additional 2% attack speed to my 2 dubers right here. Or do we want to put it here so that I can boost up my castle? Nope, right here. +2% hits per second and +2% damage. There's not enough wizards in the world for them to throw at us to get past these defenses. What an absolute travesty. Heal units? I don't think so. Get out of here. We'll take combustion, see if we can't apply that to something. Levels up all my plots with a concabulator, or blacksmith, or trebuchet. Shoots 1 extra projectile per construction in my kingdom. Ah, son. Alright, this and this. No! The price went up! That's dastardly. On account of I didn't know it was going to do that. Well, shoot. At least we got a leveled up blacksmith. We take small victories. Small victories, if you will, and we're gonna trash that for some money. And we're on year 10, and they're throwing nothing but boars and strange elf-type men at us. Okay, these are some beefy boars. Towers, towers, I'm gonna need you to prioritize shooting the stuff that's right on our doorstep. Give me a clone card. You played it and streamed it years back? It's a very old game then. Alright, we might get one more fight in before we gotta go to ads again. I'm thinking let's upgrade our beacon. Oh! Just like that. Extra hits per second. It's all about rate of fire. Know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. More arrows per second. Guys, 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 guys. Guys, they're right here. Guys, guys, no! Oh, it was a good attempt, though. We had the right idea. We just didn't have the right cards. But you know what? That's a great opportunity to take an ad break. Look at this, we're leveling up. We'll go back to the main menu. Did we unlock anything? No, but we're getting a little bit closer. A little bit closer. What do we got to do here? Spend like 200, 300 more gold? We'll try that tower run again. Once more. Just once more, I think. Before we call it for tonight. But first, we're gonna head back to the main screen, main station screen. Pop my hands off there, there we go. And we're gonna run an ad, you guys. So, 2-minute warning. Go to the washroom, get yourself a drink, grab some snacks. The Vector Spaceman Show returns after this. We'll be right back. Let's all do our part and mute the ads so that Mr. Bezos can get his next yacht. The Vector Spaceman Show returns right after this. Running ads, running ads. And if you're oh so lucky as to have bypassed that ad, or maybe you're super educated, like Go Smoke, then you get to chill with me for a couple minutes. You know how it'd be. How's your evening going, you guys? Thanks for being here. It was a nice little stream. I'm glad we got to share it with you. Everybody who's tuned in, those I see lurking in the wings. We know you have a choice when it comes to your streaming content. Thanks for choosing Vector Spaceman as your streamer du jour. Just dealing with Discord stuff? Man, what's Discord up to these days? Man, I'm about to go off on Discord. I'll wait till the ad's done. I got words. I got some choice words for Discord right now. Some things to say. Tell them why you're mad, son, you know? Just mod stuff. Just mod stuff. Ghost, you're like a prolific mod, aren't you? I know I've seen you modding for Palm streams. What else do you be modding? You stay busy up in here. 19 streamers. First of all, like, how? Second of all, like, why? I mean, that's got to be like a full-time job. At least in the PM. Or this is across multiple time zones? Man, that's whack. No better way to describe it. It is, yeah, no doubt. Anyways, I wanted to go off on Discord. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. This what got me mad. So Discord's getting into this, scraping their image uploads for data training for one of these AI generators. Go into complete garbage, man. Some super questionable choices. I got friends of the show tried to share some artwork with me yesterday or the day before. Whatever it was, that's not important. The important thing was not even posting it like in chats anymore. It's all links now because we don't want our stuff to be on the Discord platform and thereby be able to be, you know, scraped and assessed and added to the pool. You know what I mean? It's getting hard out here for an artiste. Yeah, it's a clever enough workaround, but it sucks that you have to even consider something like that. Like, you'd think in your private chats that would be safe enough. Own nothing and like it? Man! Let's not forget that Vector Spaceman is a Canadian. And historically, before China got widespread access to the internet, the Canadians were the most prolific online digital pirates in the world. So that's definitely, you know, a culture that I'm a part of and familiar with. But it was never about, you know, stealing artwork to cobble together into this soulless affront to humanity, man. This beast that gnaws at the heart of what it is to be human. What's up, Karen? No, you didn't miss the stream. We just came back from an ad. And I'm going off about generative artwork. Yo ho, I am a pirate. This is true. But you know what? At least there was some dignity in that back in the day. You were packing all day, Karen? You getting ready for a move? You making big moves? VIP, very important frog. I must have missed big Karen news. Also, welcome to the show, Karen. Happy Tuesday. Happy evening. Always a pleasure to see you here. You moving? You making big moves? Where are you moving to? Did you get a new jorb like Spaceman did? Or are you just moving on up? Getting yourself a fancy, fine new place. No, I don't think I ever brought it up on the show, but Spaceman's looking into that too. Thinking of making some moves, hopefully before the summer's out. If you guys are following the social medias, you might have seen me posting pictures of the new space car. The new Vector Space Buggy, as it were. And I'm just so concerned that unless I get a covered garage, that thing is not going to do well in the winter. In the Canadian winter, too. My apartment complex is kicking everyone out so they can do massive renos, so I'm just moving across town. Oh, that's not so bad. That's just inconvenient, I guess. I hope it's a nice place, at least. I hope you're happy with it. I hope you don't get nailed on, like, a rent reassessment or whatever just because you're moving into a new place. Hope it's not that bad. Ghost says, so to answer your question, 19 streamers on Twitch, 6 of which I have editors. Let's try one of these. Let's see if this works. Where we just turn it off and turn it back on again. Can I get a hey vector? Can I get a hey spaceman? We back? Wow! We got Vector Spaceman up in the chat? Alright, hold on. Let me see if maybe my intro is gonna work this time. Nope, still busted. Okay, but we are still here. I don't believe it. That's gotta be the first time stream has gone down in months. And right as I was having a fruitful conversation. About, what was it? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Kern's move and Ghost's ridiculous commitment to streamers. Ghost, I hope you're getting paid for your work. Editors, mods, they deserve to get paid for their work. I'll say it. I'll take that stance. I'll stand on business. Your internet keeps dying, that's because you're watching 19 concurrent streamers. No, it's just Spaceman's old broken webs. We got we started talking about what a flagrant digital pirate we used to be, and then they decided to shut us down. I missed Karen's message. Place is way better where I'm at, and it's less than 1,000 US more. Wait, less than 100 more than what I'm paying now. Well, that sounds like a pretty good deal. I'm glad for you, Karen. Because I know things have been rough, so it's good to see you get some wins every now and then. I'm rooting for you, Frog. All right, I think we're all up to speed. We're back up to where we were. We're still killing it with this stream. Having ourselves an evening. All right, we're gonna try one more run. One more run of this unitless, tower-based defense. And if we can't hack it, we can't hack it. I guess we're gonna have to go crawling back to Meg, asking for her wisdom, her advice, when it comes to making little pixelated cities. Man, seems good now. Well, listen, as long as we've got the mic working, as long as we've got a little orange fella on screen, we're all good. That's all we need, man. That's a Tuesday at Harbor Station for you. All right, let me put on my, how you say, gaming hands. Now let's head on back over to the big screen. It's time for the third and final run of the night. Chasing cheevos, back at it again in Nine Kings. Audio switch. Do me a favor. There we go. The King of Nothing. That's us. We got perks? This one we have perks. No, undo, 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 reset. What are perks? Hold on. Start with +1. We've had perks this whole time? I don't know how this game works. Start with one random card. Towers deal more damage. Start with one random unlock. Special cards. Ingenious. Level up 3 more times. Oh, so that's what the cheevo is. We can get up to level 9 castles. 2 free rerolls. Give us some cash. I wanna do more damage per rank of towers. If we're going for a tower defense run, then that's what we gotta do. That just seems like wisdom right there. The year is 886. Alright, I don't want to fight boars and stuff again, man. Now let's put my castle way in the back. Put a blacksmith right here. Let's start hucking rocks. Splat. Splat. Alright, don't get too close now. Don't get too close now. That's better. Alright, so we need some towers right off rip. We gotta get lucky. farms. Man. Alright, we'll take a castle upgrade. Love a castle upgrade. What are those? Those look like little horses. Oh no, I think they're... what do you call them? Ballistas? What do you call them? The ones that look like big crossbows. Ballistas, that's it. Range troop. Oh, it counts as a troop, though. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you for affirming my medieval knowledge. We want walls. Ballistas count as troops, and we can't have troops. I think we'll just keep jacking up our castle. We got rocks for days. What's you guys' favorite medieval siege weapon? Keep things topical and engaged. Just trying to think back to Age of Empires 2. Bam, got him. Okay, we got our scout towers. A trebuchet, yo, trebuchets are so good though. Trebuchets are where it's at. F a catapult, man. Give me a trebuchet. Any day of the year. Units and towers 30% up. Sold. Scout tower on the front lines. Bam. Give me that plus 2% damage. Killing it. Okay, tower. I need you to do more towering. Thank you so much. Tower, tower. It's right there. He's right there. Whoo! Good thing we didn't freak out. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Okay, quarries though. Adds plus 2% damage to all towers and base every year. A mobile tower that moves onto the battlefield to burn enemies. Kind of love that though, but I think we gotta go quarry first. So quarry in the corner. Quarry in the house. We are stacking mad bonuses. See, this is what we needed to take our towers to the next level. Hex yeah. Okay. 9 units, don't need it. Poison vial, don't need anything, so we'll just take that one to Chuck. The prophet has foreseen a blessing in 9 years. If you have 30 gold or less by the year of the prophecy, it multiplies my gold by 9. Okay, so we gotta spend money to make money. That's what they say. Or was it spend money to lose money? Gotta get out there and... Listen, we're gonna spend some money. We are also going to level up my quarry, because that affects everything and not just adjacent stuff. Though we really need to get some secondary towers. Because these guys are gonna be coming in swarms pretty soon. Get splattened. Come on, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Nice. Okay, level up the blacksmith. Can doobie. Just need some more towers. If we had some more towers, we'd be golden. Alright, I hate fast-moving units, because as soon as they get in my back lines, I don't want dudes in my back lines. Come on, 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 come on. Whoo! That was close. That was aggressively close. The stakes are incredibly low, and yet I've never felt more tension. Time to wage war against another king. Alright, do we want to take on the King of Blood or the King of Greed? I think Greed, for the same reason I went Greed last time. We can get some money out of him. We've got to spend money as well. Keep forgetting that. Okay, Flame Tower, and we want to put it adjacent to a blacksmith so that we get more damage. Get out there and burninate. Let's go. All those peasants, man. Got my little monster truck, effectively. Yeah, nope, no. Ooh. Tell you what, if we ever make more upgrades to the model, we gotta get some reactive expression work done. I hate having to tap the little keys to do my eye changes and stuff like that. We need to be able to sell it in the moment. Because I'm on the edge of my space seat right here. I paid for the whole seat. I only need the edge. Alright, do we want to make a beacon? Add 2% adjacent attack speed to adjacent troops and constructions. Yes. We're gonna put a beacon right here. It's gonna level up my flame tower. It's gonna level up my regular tower. It's towers for days. It couldn't be doing better. It could be doing a little better. That tower is paying dividends. Heavy dividends. We've got bingo rats in our roster, but at the same time... Okay, now we get to spend much money. Single target tower gains plus 1% attack speed for each 1 gold you receive. Yes. Yes, and I'm gonna take the quarry. Yes, thank you so much. Let's leave. Okay, dispenser there? Dispenser there? Perhaps there? Yes, dispenser there. Upgrade my flame tower or upgrade my quarry? Upgrade my quarry. That's now a level 3 quarry. And upgrade my flame tower. Why not? Oh, yeah, buddy. And so this just becomes a little gold machine gun. So once my gold reserves get, like, jacked up by, what was it, 900% or whatever? We're just gonna be swimming in it. Clone, I will take a clone. Want to clone the dispenser? Or do we want to clone the... You know what? Yes, we do. More Metabots, more power. Let's go. Cash is king. Much moolah. Yeah, buddy. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's the King of Gold that makes the best tower defense one. But I don't have access to that guy off rip, so this is the best we can do. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, buddy. Midas Touch. When this troop kills, okay, that's troops, so we get another dispenser. And we get to upgrade some, how you say, land, man. What do we want to upgrade? Put some more stuff on the back lines. Put some more stuff on the front lines. Maybe here so that we can do some more upgrading. All right, we're gonna upgrade our dispenser, level up. Adjacency is what it's all about, man. Alright, meanwhile, I'm still hucking rocks. Shoot, that's one of my prosperity. I need to have 20 or fewer gold by that turn. So we gotta buy some more stuff. Or at least make some more rerolls. Just to keep my cash low. Our cash flow low. We could use some walls, I tell you what. But we could upgrade the scout tower. And what level is my blacksmith right now? It's level 2, so we could really upgrade that. Herm. Plus 2 attack damage. Yes, blacksmith, if you please. Mad damage. So now what are we doing per hit? Our dispensers are doing... I wanna read the stats, man. Fine. Don't tell me what I wanna know. Fine, man. Starting to trust in my towers, and yet, oh, they're scaring me. letting these guys get too close. Upgrade the beacon? Extra speed? Let's re-roll, because we got to keep some rolls down. Yes, please give me a dispenser. A royal decree? All units at towers, 20% chance to deal crit damage. Doubles crit damage. Let's re-roll. Let's re-roll again. And let's double our critical damage. Okay, we are 2 turns away from multiplying our gold by 9. What a bizarre and specific number. Oh, but it's 9 kings, so I guess it's thematic. Look at me making connections in my head, on the fly. Way to go, Spaceman. Look at you putting things together. So if we didn't have this mobile flame cart, we would be absolutely Shrek'd at this point. Give me a steel coat, fine. By the year of the prophecy. By the year of the prophecy. Okay, can I just skip without ditching cards, though? 20 or less, right? Can't apply this to anything. Guess not. Okay. Or maybe if I'd press the play button. The UI has a little to be desired. Oh, we are roasting boars. Put it on a spit. Bury it in coals for 48 hours and serve. 9 units, give up. Oh shoot, I should have spent money to re-roll. Our whole prosperity is wasted. Undo. Shoot. We had a good thing going there. Alright, well, in this case, we're just gonna make money. So our dispensers are based on the amount of gold we have, so we just want to jack up our gold at this point. We got greedy, going for that bonus. That prosperity bonus. We're on year 16 though, year 17, so we're like halfway through. We're gonna take a wild card. We're gonna level up our other dispenser. So we got a level 3 and we got a level 2. That flame tower is nice and all, but that little freestanding arrow tower that we have, kind of not pulling its weight at this point. See if we can't upgrade it again or maybe replace it with something. All we gotta do is hold out a few more years, grab that cheevo, call it a night. Midas touch, nothing, nothing, fine. Reroll, plus 3 gold at the end of every year. Don't mind if I do. We'll put that right here. Right there? Right there. Give me that money. Alright, a lot of fast-moving troops. We gotta splatter them. Would I recommend this game at this point? Probably. Like, it's I don't know if it's a great streaming game, but it's definitely a great have-some-fun game. Traps. Maybe we want traps. But traps have the same... It's a troop, so we don't want traps. We want walls. It's time to expand our kingdom. So I'm thinking right here. Guess that's where we're putting our walls. Okay. So now we've got gates for them to crash through, which is great. What are these goobers doing? Right, no! How'd they bust through so quick? My brand new gates, man. Now, I'm pretty sure they're gonna refresh between rounds. But still, the sentiment is there. My gates, man. Upgrade a beacon, upgrade my vault, please and thank you. More money becomes more damage for my dispenser. Guy's doing 93 damage per shot. We gotta get those shots up. We gotta increase the firing rate. How do we do that? That's what I want to know. Oh, they're through the gates. Oh, the humanity. Okay, come on, come on. Give me another wall upgrade. Give me some... Okay, scout tower. We take scout towers. Receive 99 gold coins. Yes, please. Every gold we get ups the percent of hits per second. So now we're doing 3 hits per second on both of the dispensers. All right, do we upgrade the scout tower or do we add a second scout tower? I think we upgrade the one we have, because it's going to get the most bonuses. And we love bonuses. Bonuses, bonuses. Take care of these little troops. Splat. I will say there's something very, very, very satisfying about just flattening the very weak units. Beef up our walls. Can doobie. Now this is a civilization right here. Oh no, nature! They've come to take out our industry. It's freaking Mononoke all over again. You know, I met with a friend last weekend who said that they could not stand Princess Mononoke, the film. What a bizarre stance to take on anything. I know, Ghost. I know. I'm gonna take another boar. They thought the story made no sense. Stuff came out of nowhere. I thought, like, I thought, were you watching like maybe the English dub or something? Because to be fair, I've only ever seen the Japanese version. Who do we want to fight here? Or who do we want to make peace with? King of Nature. You guys, your loot sucks. But I think if it weren't for Porco Rosso, like, Mononoke would probably be my favorite Ghibli film. Like, it's just super, super good. Give me more cash money, please, and thank you. I kind of think we've got this one in the bag at this point. And it all comes down to our flame cart. I don't even know if that thing has health. We got a level 3 blacksmith, so we don't need another blacksmith. Let's re-roll. Give me another scout tower. We'll take a level 3 scout tower. Oh yeah. We're just gonna keep squishing little dudes. What's you guys' favorite Ghibli? You know what? I shouldn't even... Like, there's so many good ones now that I think about it. Kaguya was awesome. Wind Rises is really good when you consider, like... It's kind of like... Miyazaki's, like... This Is Me type film. Ooh, what the heck is this? Unify. Sacrifice all troops adjacent to target. Target plot gains the number of units sacrificed. Okay, so that's useless for us. Because we don't have troops. But we will take a wild card. Thank you. We will take a wild card and we will beef up our dispenser. And we will jack up our walls. So that's max level walls. Yeah, bring it. How do you even compare? How do you even compete? We've got rocks, we've got fire. Nausicaa's so good, man. And I know there's gonna be like pedantic doobers who are like, oh, it's not technically a Ghibli film because, you know, it was pre-studio or whatever. It's like, shut up, man. I get it, but shut up, man. And it's like basically proto Mononoke anyways. But it's got more going on. And talk about a like a compromise, right? Like that and Akira, when you think about it. You got the original manga artist, who also goes on to direct the film, but has to, you know, make so many concessions to make it film length and film palatable. But I think still do a really good job. Mine has to be Spirited Away. Ah! The one that, you know what? Spirited Away. Sento Chichiro Kamikakushi. Should have, like... I don't think that's the Ghibli film that should have gotten an Academy Award. But it was the film that got an Academy Award because it was around the time where people were like, oh, Japanese animation's like kind of a real thing, and maybe we should throw it a bone or whatever. It's just a shame that that was the year, because it's fine, and it's got really nice scenes. Love the bathhouse stuff. But then you look at some of the older stuff that preceded it, and it's like, man, if only we were paying attention just a little bit earlier, you know? But still, a great film. Great, great film. It was your entry. I think it was a lot of people's entry. I remember, yeah, I remember, like, renting it. Back in, shoot, what would it have been? 2001, 2002, something like that? Watching it with my sister. With the Space Fam. Good times, man. Good, good times. Ah. And then I had to go and learn Japanese and get like, what's the word? Hoity. Had to get all opinionated about stuff. The manga's still ongoing? Wait. The manga for Nausicaa? Is that what you said? The manga for Nausicaa is still ongoing? That sounds insane. There's no way that's real, right? Oh shoot, how'd these guys get right in front of my wall again? Hacks, man. Alright, what do we got? We'll take some more money. We'll upgrade our vault to level 3. I'm being perplexed. I'm being bothered because I can't remember the word that I was going to use. Describing my opinionated opinions towards foreign animation. And I fell back on hoity. Pretentious. That's the word I was going for. Sorry, had to search my brain for a second. Let's upgrade our vault. I love these lines, man. I love smushing little pixel men. This has turned out to be a very good run. And it's only because we have a bajillion dollars to feed into our money cannons. Okay, upgrade the flame tower? Upgrade the flame tower. We're just pure industry. It's pure gas. Oh shoot, we got an ad starting soon. Let's finish this fight. Good thing we caught that. Let's head back to the station, huh? We're almost done this run. We're gonna be starting an ad, so you guys know what that means. 2-minute warning before we're back. Hopefully the stream doesn't crash this time. If it do, know that we'll be returning momentarily. Thanks for kicking it with us tonight. We're gonna be chilling for like another 20 minutes or so maybe before we send you off on a raid. Get to see some of the Spaceman's friends. Spread the love, support the homies. You know that's how we do. You know that's how we be. And in the meantime, why not refill your drinks? Grab some more snacks. Oh, ad's starting. We'll see you in a few minutes. GTG for the night, but it's been a well, thanks for being here, Mr. Leech. Thanks for showing up, for showing out. It was great having you. Drop us a follow if you want. Hope we get to see you again real soon. And if you're stuck in the ad, then I'm gonna type it out in the chat. With a nice little smiley spaceman face. There we go. Bam! Just in case you got stuck in that ad. Have a great night. Hope we see you again sometimes. And as for the rest of you yahoos, the regulars, if you will, I want to say thanks for you guys being here as well. Thanks for the stream. Oh, you're welcome. Good. Listen, we're not done yet. We're going to go for maybe 10, 15 minutes after the... Oh, shoot! Ghost! A certified space ace! Thank you so much. Yeah, you must have caught the tail end of that, what sounded like a sign-off. No, we gotta finish our run. We're like a few years short of that. And then we're gonna call it quits. No, we're just, we're stuck in ad space right now. Waiting for that to come back. Like, I feel like it would be nice to have like a be right back screen, but then I'd feel like people get bored waiting around for a couple minutes. You know, at least we can keep chit-chatting while we wait. Converse, you know? Commiserate. Some $2 words for you. And it looks like we're back. So if you did get stuck in the ad, thanks again, Mr. Leech, for being here. We appreciate you. Hope we get to see you again sometimes. Everybody else, we are back from the ad. And you know what that means? It's time to finish our run and finish our evening. We're popping back over to the big screen. Let me put my hands on. Let me put my hands back on here. Hands. Where did you go, Hans? There we go. Hans, we've got Hans, and we're back to the gaming screen. Here we are. Back in the space basement. Switching audios. And hey, we get a new Royal Decree. 20% chance to deal crit damage. Unlock 3 new random plots. That's kind of big. Let's go for that, because I'm thinking, what if we could put down some more towers, right? Nah mean? Nah mean? They just keep sending these little goobers at us, and I couldn't be more thankful. We gotta survive like 4 more years. I feel like we got this in the bag. King of Stone ain't got nothing on us. Flame Tower, Quarry. How's our quarry looking? We got a level 3 quarry. So what do? We add more flame towers? We gotta add more flame towers, right? Or do we add plus 2% damage to all towers and base every year? Oh, man. I feel like we flame tower. We're gonna go flame tower and we're gonna put it next to the beacon so that it gets juiced and jacked. And now we got 2 of these gizmos running across the battlefield. Not gonna let them through our lines. I was wrong. But we persevere. Another dispenser? Don't mind if I do. Let's leave. Let's drop this bad boy right here. So what's that dispenser doing for me? 9 damage and only 0.62 shots per second. But it'll get better. I think that's how this build is meant to function. Okay, now we can make a new quarry. Which is just gonna benefit everything. Look at these numbers! That cheevo that's like, make a, do 1,000,000 damage in a round or something like that. I feel like this is the way to do it. Just percentage after percentage after percentage. Yeah, give me another dispenser. The King of Greed is leading his final assault. We must play all of our cards, so this is it. Jack up the dispenser. Turn everything else into gold. And let them come. Oh, it's like a little, bodhisattva. Get off my walls, man. My daggum walls, man. We're just turning money into a laser beam. Our kingdom has thrived. We got a cheevo. Win a run without using troops. That's where it's at, man. That's what I'm about. I am going to... Can I quit? Can I deem this acceptable and then say quit? And then we can resume the run later. And we'll see sort of how that save and quit. Yes. Yes. Then it lets us continue the run. Excellent. So we can come back to that if I wanted to try to do like that 1,000,000 damage mode or something like that. Awesome. Space Cadets, we did it. We've triumphed in our own special way, which is to say, we got a cheevo. And you know what they say, ladies love cheevos. Let's head back to the station here, you guys. What a tremendous evening of gaming and friendship and chit-chatting and fun times all around. I'm glad you guys were all here with us. Now, mind you, it just wouldn't be a Spaceman stream if we didn't send you all off to see some friends of the show. Who are we going to go say hi to? You know what? Because we're oh so thankful for Rig popping into the chat and for Ellie for sending me those stickers and such. Let's go say hi to Nova Swarm, because Ellie's playing some Baldur's Gate tonight. Baldur's Gate 3, in fact. The new one. The one that everybody loves. The one that we still haven't gotten around to playing. Do you think we'd like Baldur's Gate? Do you think it'd be worth playing on stream? We've never done an actual like RPG, long-form RPG on the show. It would be an investment. Okay, this time actually, thanks for the... Yes, thank you for being here, Ghost. Thanks again for becoming our latest space ace. You know, we appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, for staying tuned in, despite all your other commitments. You know, I'm happy to feel like your unofficial 20th mod channel that you keep on the background. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you had a fun evening, and we'll see y'all again next time. Let's set up that raid. Now, you guys know what to do. I want you all to be on your best behavior when you go to see the Nova Swarm. Say nice things. Do your best. Stay positive. And until we see you next time, Space Cadets, that is it for us tonight. So I want to thank each and every one of you, as always, for tuning in tonight, wherever and whenever you are. You can join us again at same time, same place, next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at Harbor Station. We'll catch you on the other side, Space Cadets. Until then, of course, no matter what life throws your way, good luck and Godspeed. This is Vector Spaceman signing off. Now stick around for that raid, because we're about to send you off for some more great content for your evening. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see y'all again real soon. Bye-bye.